The hypocrite excuse. Maybe you've heard it, maybe you've used it. Some will say that maybe a common way we've heard this is that they don't want to have anything to do with the church because the church is full of hypocrites. I ever heard that one before? Maybe you've even said it before. I mean, I've thought it at times. And while it's true that we as Christians don't always perfectly live out what we say we believe, that doesn't necessarily mean that we don't believe it. And it certainly doesn't mean that the gospel is untrue, because we who believe the gospel of Jesus Christ don't always act like Jesus Christ. It doesn't mean that. So people who use the hypocrite excuse in that way as an excuse not to follow Jesus or to be associated with his church are doing just that. They're making an excuse. The definition of a hypocrite is someone who pretends to be someone that they aren't, or who pretends to believe something that they don't. See, a hypocrite is a pretender. A person who sometimes fails to fully live up to what they believe isn't a hypocrite. He's a human being is what he is. And that's what we all are. Now let's consider another way that people are tempted to use the hypocrisy excuse. These are people who define hypocrisy in a different way. They define it as doing something when they don't feel like it. They will say, to do something when I don't want to do it is hypocritical because I'm not being true to my feelings and true to myself. For example, I just haven't felt like praying much lately, so I haven't. You know, I haven't felt pray, so I don't pray out. But the truth is, man, if I only prayed when I felt like it, there'd be very little praying that goes on in my life. And of course, I'm paid to pray in public sometimes, but I don't always feel like it. But I do it anyway. Is that hypocritical? I don't think so. There'd be other ways we play that out and use it as an excuse. I haven't felt like getting up early to read my Bible, so I've just slept in. But what if we applied that same kind of thinking to other areas of our lives? What if we only went to work when we felt like it? How many days a week would you go to work if you only got up and went to work when you felt like it? If it was me, I think back about it, there would have been plenty of times when I wouldn't have made a full 5-day week. How about you? Now, here's the problem, at least if you're a Christian, in talking about this hypocrisy thing. Christians aren't supposed to give into or to be ruled by their feelings or their desires. The Bible calls that kind of living according to the flesh. We're not supposed to live that way. We're not supposed to live according to our feelings. We're supposed to live according to God's word and to his truth. We're supposed to live as obedient servants and followers of Jesus Christ, even when we don't feel like it and even when it's hard. You see, it isn't hypocritical for you to obey Christ by serving him at times or in ways which you'd probably rather not. That's what it looks like to follow and live for him instead of yourself. That's what the Christian life looks like. See, the mark of a faithful and growing Christian is to obey and serve Christ at times and in ways when you don't always feel like it. In Ephesians 4:24, we're told to put off your old self, which belongs to your former manner of life and is corrupt through deceitful desires, and to be renewed in the spirit of your minds, and to put on the new self, created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness. For Christ and obeying him when you don't feel like it doesn't make you a hypocrite. It makes you a real Christian.